Plants and addiction is not what you think. Stay tuned. What we're going to do today is talk about how you prepare the soil for your addicted loved one. And here's a really clear example. I took this from this pot and it grew into this. But there's an issue. If the soil wasn't in there, if the soil wasn't prepared, if I was not doing this, if I was not taking the potting soil, putting it in here carefully and preparing it with a little water. And as you can see, I bought nice potting soil. I'm preparing it with a little water. Then I'm going to take my plant out of its environment, very delicate environment being in water, and put it in the soil. And for those of you who know plants better than I do, there's probably other things I should do, but this gets it in a place where it can thrive. So when we talk about that in addiction is not a standalone. Your addicted loved one is not a standalone. They come from an environment. They come from a place of soil. And if that soil is not solid, if that soil is not nurturing, it's going to be very hard for them to grow. As we talk about this, there is a very clear parable that Jesus tells, see, I just watered it a little bit more, about being planted in the correct soil. And see, I've got him in there. He's not completely happy yet, but we will work on that. This, I think, is really interesting. And this is in Matthew 13. Then he told them many things in parables, saying, a farmer went out to sow his seed. As he was scattering the seed, some fell along the path, and the birds came and ate it. If I had just scattered seed along here, if I had just taken this poor little plant and dropped it on my desk, it's not going to grow. As he scattered some seed, some fell along the path and the birds came and ate it. Some fell along rocky places where it did not have much soil, so not enough soil to grow. It sprang up quickly because the soil was shallow. But when the sun came up, the plants were scorched and they withered because they had no root. Other soil fell among the thorns, which grew up and choked the plants. Still other seeds fell among good soil, planted in good soil, where it produced a crop 160 or 30 times what was sown. Whoever has ears, let them hear. When we talk about this, what we're talking about is what is the environment where the addicted loved one is planted. How are they growing? Are they in an environment where they can grow? This is where you, loved one, are the expert. You are the expert on what's going on in the household. You are the expert on how much water is happening, where the soil is coming from, what is being added to it. You are the expert in all of those areas. That's what we teach in this course, is how to set up the soil so that they can grow and be nurtured and be ready to step out and let go of the addiction. I'm Tanya. Please be sure and subscribe so we can make more videos like this. And if you're on Facebook or Instagram or just catching a short snippet of this, this is over on Tanya Joya Coaching on YouTube. Be sure and hit that like button. Be sure and hit subscribe. This is information that we bring to you heart to heart.